I spent $3,900 in ad spend. I got 137,000 jobs on the books and jobs that I've already completed, and I have 500,000 worth of estimates out right now that I'm, just waiting on clients to get back on me.
What is going on, guys? Today I'm with one of my clients named Chase. Chase, where are you from?
I'm from West Monroe, Louisiana.
Nice, man. So what kind of business do you operate?
I run an outdoor living company. We do patio covers, screen enclosures, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces. We just set up people's, outdoor living space in their backyard.
How long have you been doing this for?
I've been doing it for about 4 years for myself.
Nice. So before you started working for yourself, you did this before for another company?
Yeah, I was a subcontractor for one of the biggest patio cover companies in my area for about 8 or 10 years.
Nice, nice. So what was your main way of marketing before you hired us? Like, what was your main way of getting clients? Did you have any experience with online marketing?
Well, yeah, I've been to a couple companies, that do, like my website, SEO, get me ranked on Google, and stuff like that. And I'm not going to say they didn't help me get ranked on Google and stuff like that, but I ain't got too many leads from them.
Yeah.
Very few.
So how much did you spend in total on all these other companies, and how much did you get in return from how much you spent on their marketing?
I've got probably about $20,000 invested in, people setting up my SEO, and getting me ranked on Google and trying to, do what they say with that, getting that to work.
Yeah.
I've stayed busy throughout the last couple of years with running my Facebook ads myself.
Okay.
Getting a few here and there from what these other companies did, but not too much.
Nice. So basically, once you hired us, what was the expectation? Did you think we were going to get some good results, or were you kind of wary because you've already went through this hoop of hiring a marketing team to get you results and it never paid off? Were you kind of I don't know if this is going to be the right fit? Or
well, I kind of knew it was going to work because, like I said before, I used to try to run my Facebook ads myself.
Yeah.
And I had no clue what I was doing, but I could maneuver around a little bit and make them work, halfway. So I knew if I could get somebody that knew how to run them, I knew they were going to work in my line of business. I just needed someone to show me how to set them up and how to run them.
Nice. So what was the total spent after the 2 months that you've been working with us? We started April 1st. And to this day, how much have we spent in total ad spend, and how much have we gotten in return?
I've spent $3,900 in ad spend. I got 137,000 jobs on the books and jobs that I've already completed. And I have 500,000 worth of estimates out right now that I'm, just waiting on clients to get back on me on. I won't get a lot of them, but, if I get a quarter of them, I'm over 250.
So you spent $3,900 to make over 130,000 in return. And this is within 2 months.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's just from Meta. That's not even from the Google yet. We didn't even get the Google campaign going yet, but that's just from Meta, right?
That's just Meta.
Wow. So basically, I'm going to share my screen and show some of the ads we were kind of running. So it was basically, you would send us pictures, we'd be able to edit those pictures together, put some pop-ups, and pretty much people were just seeing your work and clicking get quote, right? It was as simple as them filling out a lead form and you're able to just call them up, right? How easy was the process of you being able to just get hot leads and just schedule them out?
The process was pretty easy on getting, because they sent me their number, information, I contact them, but as more and more leads started coming in, I had to kind of pick and choose how I was going to, keep up with all of it, so when a lead would come in, I would call them, if they didn't answer, I would call them, back the next day. But eventually I started getting so many leads that, I would just have to, call, didn't get a response, I leave a message. You know, I started getting so many that I wasn't able to just keep on calling them back to back to back to back. You know,
Yeah.
and so, and a lot of with meta ads, I've noticed, you know, a lot of people are, you know, everybody's not 100% serious. That's with any kind of lead that you get. Doesn't matter where it comes from.
Yep.
So you just have to bear with it and just, you know, keep going through the process, and eventually, you know, the right ones will come. You know, that's just all part. That's part of it.
Yeah. So realistically, with your type of industry, you have like a high ticket type of
Yes.
stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
what's the average like job? Like what are these quotes you're sending out that ended up being over $500,000 worth of?
Well, my cheapest job is going to start off at 3,500, and it's going to range from, you know, up to $60,000, $70,000. So, but on average, anywhere from 5, you know, to 20 is my, you know, sweet spot on just like a regular, you know, don't get me wrong, bigger ones, you know, they'll go up to 50, you know, 60 and above, but my average is anywhere from 5 to $20,000.
Okay. So would you say this was worth it hiring us to basically like show you how to set up the ads step by step, and then you ended up having us kind of manage your ads? You got too busy to the point where you're like, hey, I just want you guys to manage it for me. Was it worth it overall?
100%. Definitely.
Nice. So now that we have ads going, is this what you're mainly just going to be sticking to now from like for just the future in general? You're just going to run ads, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, I'm going to run ads, but I also know that I got to concentrate on my SEO and getting ranked on Google and stuff like that, because eventually, you know, once I get my name out there, I hopefully that I won't have to keep on running as many ads,
Yeah,
you know,
true.
that's my goal.
Yep.
And, but you know, I would like to start trying to Google and stuff like that, different types of ads. But yeah, right now, this is what I got to do to stay busy. I have to run ads.
Perfect. All right. All right, Chase. 1 out of 10, what would you rate the experience so far? And are we going to continue to work together for the future?
So far, it's been a 10. Anytime I try to reach out to you, you know, I just give you a call. You answer the phone. You know, I know who I'm dealing with. You know, so right now, 1 out of 10. I mean, 10 out of 10.
That's good. That's good. I appreciate it very much, Chase. And we'll do another interview in about a month or two from now, once we're past over $300,000 collected. So,
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
yeah, I appreciate your time, Chase. And
All right.
again, we're going to keep running up a big bag. So, appreciate your time, and I'll see you next time. All right.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
See ya.